Hi, I'm Bree, the artist behind Stitching Witch, and today is a huge market prep vlog. In this vlog, we're going to be prepping for Momocon, which is a 4-day anime convention in Atlanta, Georgia. Today is Tuesday, May 13th, which means we are 8 days out from having to leave for Momocon, which means I am inevitably very behind on my extremely long to-do list and con crunching until the very last second. So I thought it would be a fun idea to take you along with me while I get everything ready to go, and I have been experimenting with a lot of new things with my display and my signage and all of the wraparound. So we're gonna learn together, we're gonna try things out together, and I need you guys to let me know if they look good. 8 days? Oh, I'm so behind. 8 days, I might be screwed. I feel like it's getting darker outside. From 20 minutes ago when I started filming, I feel like it's getting darker outside. So let's hope that editing Brie can fix that, because she's still learning and we're gonna be nice to her. So before I jump into the bigger stuff of the day, which is gonna be unpacking all of my market bins, taking inventory, and running the embroidery machines, in addition to all the hands-on stuff you're gonna see me do, I want to go through a few things with you guys that I have recently received. So I got my box of enamel pins in the mail recently. I don't always do enamel pin restocks, but with the prices fluctuating right now with manufacturing companies, I wanted to go ahead and get some in before it became uncertain when I could order them again. So I already opened them, and if you watched my Louisville Con vlog, you've already seen these, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you anyway because I love them and I think they came out so good. My 4 new designs. I've got my I love to dilly dally. All right, I've got the universe is testing me and I did not study. I've got, hello, is it focused? Me peeking, don't mind me. I'm sleepy, but I'm being brave. And born to play cozy games, forced to work. So I'm super excited about those. I brought them to Momocon, or I'm bringing them to Momocon. I brought them to Louisville Con as like a bit of a test run, and people seem to really like them, so I'm very excited about that. Another thing I'm super excited about is I'm participating in my first stamp rally. It's going to be with 2 other fantastic artists. I'll put their hats right here. You should absolutely check them out. So we are doing a cozy gamer themed stamp rally, and these are going to be our cards. I just got them in. It's like the 3 of us playing the game, and then this is where the stamp will go, and then on the back we've just got our rules and our locations on the map. I don't have my prize for the stamp rally yet. It's on its way to me, so later in the vlog when I get it, we'll do an unboxing together, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then otherwise in this box I just have a bunch of new business cards, and all of this is from Vistaprint. They did a great job. I normally use Uprinting, but Vistaprint was cheaper this time, so that's who we went with. I have been crocheting like crazy, trying to get my booth as full as possible for this event. I'll probably show you a little bit in this vlog, but if you want to see everything I made for Momocon, there will be another vlog coming up right after this one where I'm showing you every single plushie I made and all of the patterns that go with it. And it's going to be really cute, and I've made some really good stuff, so I definitely think you should stay tuned for that. I will go ahead and show you a couple things just because. So I made a couple of these choppers, which are just so like cute and squishy. Their heads are so big. I used to use a different chopper pattern, but it required a lot of sewing, and sewing really slows me down when I am trying to make as many plushies as I can. Huge fan. And then this is my pride and joy, my little tiny baby boy, Shadow. And I also made Sonic and Knuckles. If you want to see them, which you do want to see them, they're extremely cute. If you want to see them, you have to check out the Everything I Made for Momocon vlog. He is extremely handsome. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if none of my Sonic friends sold, because I would gladly keep all of them. They are a lot of work. They do take a lot of time. Pretty much everything you see has to be individually sewn on. But yeah, my favorite part are his eyes, I think. See if I can get my head out of here so it will focus. There we go. Oh my goodness. And all the little details on the shoes, the gloves. This is an excellent pattern. It's by Hook and Haven. Fabulous, fantastic. I actually got to pattern test her knuckles and it was so much fun, and I am counting down the days till she makes a tails pattern, because I would have loved to have the entire group before Momocon, but I don't think that the pattern will be out in time for that. That's okay, because it just gives me more incentive to remake all of these in the future so I can take a group picture. So that is the sneak peek you are getting for now. I have a 10 by 10 space. Typically at an anime convention, I will get like an end cap, like premium end cap space, which is essentially the length of 2 6-foot tables, sometimes 2 8, but typically 2 6-foot tables. So it's normally like a 12 by 6 type of vibe. And so what I'll typically do, and I'll put a picture here of what I did for my last con, is that I will create like a table border around the outside of the space, because I find that at cons people really like to just be able to walk the edges of a booth and see what they want. They are less inclined to come into a booth in the way you would see at like an art market where you have the canopy and everything is like a come in, come see. You want to be able to catch their eye without requiring too much work from them, if that makes sense. So for Momocon, they're not doing the end cap spaces. They're doing just a 6-foot table, or they're doing a 10 by 10 booth. And the nature of my product, I can't really fit at just a 6-foot table. So I am going to be working with a 10 by 10 space instead of an end cap space. So I'm not entirely sure how I want to approach it. I don't know what I'm going to do. And so I'm going to build it in my living room and we're going to figure it out together. A big part of today is taking inventory of all of the jackets I already have made so that I can, I'm out of breath from carrying them in here, so that I can order more blanks, so that I can make more. I do have a good bit already made, but there are definitely some sizes missing and some new designs that are more anime specific that I don't have in my usual batch. So I am going to take all of these out, hang them up all over the place and count them. So it's going to be an undertaking, but I need to order the blanks ASAP if I have any hope of stitching them and getting them ready for next week. Holy moly. Okay. This is an excellent opportunity to remind you, do not judge my mess. I just have stuff everywhere, but if you're a little curious about my office, I mean, there's not much to it other than what you see behind me and what you saw on the other side. Am I screaming? These are noise canceling. I can't tell. Over here, I have all of my hat blanks. Got my bucket hats, my caps, my beanies are up top. And then over here, I have, this is usually where I keep all of my folded and ready to stitch blanks. As you can see, I don't have that many. These are my thank you bags. These are various stands, display stands, lighting equipment, whatever. And this is the sneak peek that you're getting into everything I've crocheted so far for this event. I've just got everything shoved up here on this shelf and then one shelf up. So yeah, this is the ugly side of my office. This is the messy side of my office. Right across is the embroidery machines that you saw, and then over there is my desk, and that is all there is to it. Typically what I do, since I really don't have that much space to work with, is this. I hang them up all around the racks that I have in here, and then as I continue to work, I just dig behind them and get what I need. But it gets the job done. It protects them from all of the cat fur. So it's actually insane that it's this dark in my office. Like, let me see if I can show you. Can you see? Yeah, look at the lights that I have set up. around the camera. And even still, it's this dark in here. Maybe editing Brie will have color graded it to where you can't even tell and all of this will make no sense. But I have an idea for a really stupid design. So we're gonna put that together real quick. I have the text screen open. Ignore this one, we're done with her. I really wanna make like a very small batch of hats that say like, I went to Momocon and all I got is this stupid hat, which is so dumb. But like, I think it's funny. Maybe I should say all I got is this hat instead of stupid hat. I don't have that much space on a hat to be writing all this. Oh, that's gigantic. Can y'all see that? Whoops. Can y'all see that? No, not really. Okay, well, trust that it came out. And then if you're curious about the process, next I take a piece of stabilizer to add some structure to the hat. Got my blank hat. Now we're gonna go ahead and hoop it. Oh, you can't even see that. Do you wanna see? You don't need to see. It's not that exciting. Like so. Make sure it's centered, which low-key it's not. Popping back in to show you the results. I think that's pretty silly. I don't know, I'll probably make like 2 of them or maybe 3. I don't plan to have like a ton because it's, you know, it's a very specific, very specific hat. I don't want to come home with any of them, but I think I'm gonna make a couple more. The thing that I feel like people don't take into account when it comes to embroidery, even like machine embroidery, is that it's still very hands-on. I'm still babysitting them while they stitch. I'm still doing all the prep work, doing all the programming with the embroidery machine, and then I have to come behind and trim any threads that don't look right. I have to cut the stabilizer out on every single hat. So it's definitely still a hands-on process, even though I've got equipment to help me speed it up. Got over on Ricky, my Ricoma. We've got my Appa stitching out. My Appa is by far one of my best sellers, so I will probably spend a lot of time making those. And then I just printed out an inventory sheet so that I can go and take note of all of the jackets I have, order some blanks, and then come back in when they're all made and mark down how many I ended up with going into the convention. Hey guys, it's the next day. We have a little bit of sun peeking out today. Amazing. It's supposed to rain on and off throughout the day, but as of now it's sunny, so I have a lot I want to try to get done while the sun is peeking out. I've got a lot of product pictures, some reels I need to film, and I'm going to try to film some additional content in the office for you guys now that it's not quite so gloomy. So the next thing I want to tackle today is finishing up my Stardew Valley crochet mystery bags for the convention. I'm not planning on making them super fancy or anything. I've got some old paper bags that have been living in my office forever. I think I bought these in a pinch when we ran out of bags at an event one time. I don't know. They've just been here. So we're going to make use of them. So I'm just going to do some simple labels, some simple bags. But I crocheted some, let me see, of Shane's blue Stardew Valley chickens. These I need to lint roll just a little bit. They've got some polyfill on them. But I did some void chickens, some Junimos, and Krobus. They're so cute. So I just went ahead with my packing label printer and printed out some really basic labels for them. Again, I'm not trying to do anything too crazy, but because I'm in a Cozy Gamer stamp rally, I thought it would be really fun to have some like super specific in-theme items for this. Our minimum for the stamp rally is $15 per table to be eligible to play. And there goes the sun. So I figure with these being right at $15 and Stardew Valley being one of the biggest cozy games to ever exist, it would be a really fun opportunity to do something different instead of just putting these items out on the table like I normally would. So let's go ahead and get some of these packaged up, and then we will move on to the next task. So like, what's the verdict? Can you guys tell I'm extremely stressed, or am I masking it well? I feel like I'm not masking it well. It's fine. What's a con crunch if you're not stressed and con crunching, right? I am making headway. Is this swinging around? I think it is. I'm making headway on all of the embroidered hats. I've got this big old list. Oh, that was so aggressive. Got this big old list that I'm trying to get through. We're trying. I'm likely gonna be embroidering through the weekend, which is fine because I know I'll be glad that I did it. However, I still have like 60 jackets on the way that need to be embroidered. By Tuesday, it's Thursday. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. The average jacket takes like 30 to 45 minutes to stitch out with the designs that I do. In what universe? In what universe am I gonna make 60? I don't know. I don't know. I need them, but these are all to-do lists. What is wrong with me? I'm also trying to be realistic and gentle with myself because I don't think there's ever been a 3-day, 4-day market in the history of my 6 years in business where I have managed to make every single solitary item that I told myself I would. And I mean, it pretty much works out every time. So, hi, Cannon. I don't know. I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep doing what I can do. So, yeah. Everything's going great. We're working so hard. I've been waking up like an hour or two earlier every day, and then I've been crocheting like into the night instead of like doing whatever nonsense I normally do when I'm off the clock. Okay, it's not like I can fit all of this in my car anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I just said in that big yab session that today is Thursday. Today's Wednesday. My brain is so gone. The amount of times I have made like random errors throughout the day because I'm just like, there's just too many. I've got my bobbin in my hand. There's just too many thoughts in my head right now. It's Wednesday. We still have time. Oh, we still have time. We're gonna get it all done. Checking in because I just went and picked up some prints to put around my booth as signage. Just really simple, cute little guys. Good morning, checking in. It's Friday, which means we have 4 days collectively to finish everything we need to do before we leave Wednesday morning. It looks like it's the middle of the night. It literally looks like it's the middle of the night outside. And since this is the only window in my office, I already have my automatic light just turned on. That's how you know I'm in here early. I'm getting started before like all of my timer lights turn on in here. I have a lot of like tedious prep work to do today. I have to try to start prepping all of these hats that I've made, cutting the thread, cutting the stabilizer, all that good stuff. So grab a little beverage, grab something delicious to snack on, grab some work. Let's work alongside each other if you have something to do, and we will tackle this mountain of tasks together. Checking in, it is 3:30, which means I just spent the last 6 hours cutting thread and stabilizer off of all the hats I made. But that is the task I wanted to do the least, so now that it's done, I feel 1,000 times better. All I have left to do is finish those crew necks, and then I can trim all of those, which is going to take some time, but not 6 hours, I don't think. So just one less thing on my to-do list. I'm gonna pan around the room and show you the mess that has grown since I started cutting everything. We've got the beanies, jacket mountain. All of the hats are just shoved in the corner for now. And then we've got another mountain forming over there. I must have cut and prepped like well over 100 hats today. I feel like I cannot feel my hands, but I still need to crochet later tonight, so we're gonna let them rest for now and do something a little bit more exciting, which is unbox my stamp rally prize, which just came in. So really excited. It's been a long time since I've designed a new sticker, so I'm really optimistic about these. I did, as of now, only get limited stock, enough stock to be the prizes and nothing else. I also restocked some other stickers, so we'll go through all of them. Let's start off with the other stickers first, and these are from Sticker App. I restocked my Trinket Hunter stickers. I finally got an order of my Dilly Dally design as stickers. Oh, they're so cute! Says, I fear this would work on me, and it's a bunch of little cozy gamer goodies, little sweet treats, plushies, boba, controller. So yeah, I just thought that would be so cute and fun. Ideally, I'd love to get everything done by Sunday so that I can spend Monday and Tuesday editing both vlogs that I'm working on, go get an oil change for my car for the drive, actually pack the bags, pack the car, pack my stuff, and try to take a break. I haven't taken a break in a few days. I would love to just have some like downtime to chill, play some Baldur's Gate. So that's my goal, and it's honestly a huge relief that I'm on track to meet it. I really wasn't confident. As it stands now, I may even be able to make all 60 jackets, which is insane. I definitely didn't think that that was going to be possible, so we're just going to keep on pushing. I believe the next time I will check in with you guys is when I am setting up the mock booth in the living room, which at this rate will probably be tomorrow. So I will check back in then, and then we will round out the video and say bye. Okay, so after much trial and error, we have the finished booth display. I've got you pretty far back because it takes up a lot of space, but I will bring you in closer in a second so that you can see the details. Because it's a 10 by 10 space, I have my 6-foot table here, and they're supplying us an 8-foot table. So for now, I'm just using my 2 4-foot tables to like feel it out. They will come farther forward the same way this one has more space in the front. So I'm just gonna have to like use my imagination for now, but let me bring you a little bit closer so that you can see what I have going on. So over to the left of the screen, right on the other side of this is going to be the checkout space. I try to leave a window open. I've tried to build a window up across my head in the past, but I find that it's really difficult to pass bags in and out, and I always bump the display, and it's just not worth it. So here I have my stickers that I'll have available, as well as my stamp rally and my payment methods. I opted not to do my self-serve sticker display because it just takes up a lot of space, so I figured I would just stick with this for now. And then the big empty space back here is all going to be for crochet. I'm going to have the smaller stuff on the bottom, the big stuff on the top, and then all of this table space that spans across the other side here. All of that you can kind of see is going to be for my beanies and my bucket hats. This is just a rough display. I don't have all of the pieces and parts put up now because it was just going to take extra time, and I'm not putting any of the items up here yet, so I don't need it to be super stable. I am going to go through and zip tie across all of these to give it a little bit of extra reinforcement just in case. And then, as you saw previously in the vlog, I have a bunch of little signs I made similar to this little guy right here that I'm going to have all across the booth. And then additionally on the other side, back up, I'm going to have my large grids that you see in previous vlogs that are going to have all the shirts. It's going to come out about 4 feet here. And I'll probably do like an L shape with those so that I can do shirts on the front and back sides. And then depending on the placement of everything, I'm either going to put the hat rack right here as well, or I'm going to put it on the corner on the other side. And that should just about do it. If you've made it this far into the vlog, thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me while I got everything prepped for Momocon. You can look forward to my Everything I Crocheted for Momocon vlog that's coming up a few days behind this one, as well as my Artist Alley experience at Momocon, which should be up in the next couple weeks. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.